Alright, welcome back to the Double Golden Reaper, the series where, having already completed the Golden Reaper title once before, I aim to complete it again, but this time it's on my Ironman. Alright, in the last episode of the Double Golden Reaper, I completed 175 hard mode Sanctum kills on my Ironman and got my first tier 100 weapon unlocked. Today, I'm going to finish the title and hope that we get at least one more Genesis drop. As good of a boss as Nakatra is, and don't get me wrong, it is a fantastic boss, even in spite of the way that it haphazardly introduced all tier 100s at once. Have I mentioned that I'm not a big fan of that? After almost 600 kills across both my accounts at this point, I'm ready for a change in scenery. And I know that in all likelihood, I'm going to have to come back here to finish all my best in slot gear. But I really want to move forward with Golden Reaper. I'm less than 30 items away from completing that feat for the second time, and that's really motivating me to push myself to do a lot of PVM in these upcoming weeks. So without further ado, let's birth yet another new Devourer. This title is almost like the World Guardian meme. A few months from now, everyone is going to be the Devourer Eternal. Anyway, enjoy the clips. Oh, I think this is going to be a big PR. 221, improvement by 3 seconds. Very nice. Hey, we got the sparkles early today. Let's go. Let's just do a surge and click. No way. On a scuffed kill like that, scuff equals stuff, man. No way. That's my second Genesis. No way, let's go. Okay, this account is so much luckier than my main already. This is extremely hype. I'm not even sure which tier 95 I'm gonna end up using this on. Let's see the kill count though. 197, and we've got 2 shards. I think it was like 250 before I got even 1 shard on my main. So this is fantastic. Whoa, 9 Vital Sparks from Vermix for almost 6 mil. That's like 6 times as good as a Divine Rage. Coming in with my 200th hard mode Nakatra solo. Nothing fancy in the loot, but a nice milestone nonetheless. Let's take a quick look at my chest now. It is worth a whopping 2.9 billion with my extra shard in there, and all my books, my vast collection of Divine Rages. But look at that, isn't that cool with the Divine Rage? Let me know in the comments what you think I should make as my second tier 100 weapon. Wasn't recording, but I got a scripture from Vermix, so that's nice. That'll be 3 more hours of charge if I ever run out of pages. Much happier to see this than a Divine Rage. There's the sparkles, you love to see it. This is my next drop at Nakatra after that big Genesis drop. I think it's gonna be an orb. No, it's a Genesis. No way. Oh my god. You are kidding me. That's 2 Genesis and 10 KC? That is monstrous. Take a screenshot of that right away. That is huge, man. And here I was just thinking about what I'm gonna make with my second tier 100. Now I've got to think about what to do for my third tier 100. That is crazy hype. Skill's going well. This is pretty fast. Very fast P4. Should be a PR. Hey, 243. Improvement by 3 seconds again. Very nice. First time under 245. Oh, there's some Soulfire. Of course. Divine Rage number 7. Can't be mad. It's from the first boss, but it's another Divine Rage, isn't it? Just turned on my recording a little bit late. I got the Soulfire particles, and let's get ourselves an orb. I meant to say, let's get ourselves a scripture. Unfortunate. So after that scripture, my clanmate said that the next one will be lucky. Here's the screenshot of that. And as it turns out, the next one was lucky. I got the Soulfire particles yet again. It seems Mira might have been correct. Let's find out. Hopefully not another scripture though. That'd be funny. Yes, it's done. That's the orb. There's the title. Birth of a New Devourer is complete for the second time. That's big. Got myself tier 95 best in slot magic dual wields that I could upgrade to tier 100 right away if I wanted. Gonna go ahead and say grats to everyone. Or rather thank you to everyone. Grats to me. Also, that's pretty cool. Mira actually called it. That's gonna be a funny little clip right there. Go ahead and get myself a bunch of screenshots, and then let's go check out the chest. Worth a whopping 4.9 billion coins. Got all my uniques there at the bottom. Title is done. Got 2 extra Genesis, so I've got a potential total of 3 tier 100s to make. I'm not exactly sure what I want to make with them, and I'm debating if I want to stay here till I get a 4th one. If I get a 4th one, I can make a tier 100 for every style, which might be a pretty good play. At this point, I did decide to stay here until I got a 4th shard of Genesis. My logic being that I could make a tier 100 for each style. My Necro weapons were already tier 100, my new magic dual wields would probably be my mage tier 100, and I would make length swords and a bow of the last guardian into tier 100s when I eventually got those. That seemed like it was going to be a really well-rounded choice, but I could not have predicted how my next handful of kills would turn out. So I wasn't even recording. I saw the Soulfire and I said, you know what, there's no chance it's going to be anything good. I'm just going to surge and claim it really fast without even looking at it. And look how that turned out. It's a shard of Genesis. That's number 4. So I can make a tier 100 for every style now. That's actually crazy. Maybe there's some merit to not recording everything and just surging and claiming your loot ASAP. It definitely worked in this case. Let's go take a look at the chest with my 4th shard of Genesis in there. Or well, 4th overall, but 3rd in the chest. A whopping 6.6 billion coins for the Ironman. That is crazy looking right there. So now I gotta think. Maybe I want to stay here until I get like 300 kills. Just to round it out for the OCD, and I think that'll be a nice stopping point for the next video as well. But 4 Genesis, that's perfect. Even if I don't get anything from here on out. That's a fantastic stopping point. Okay, so I'm just doing my Thaler and doing Sanctum on the Iron. And I did exactly the same thing as I did last time. I saw the Soulfire, and I thought it worked so well last time not to record it, just to surge instantly and claim it. And here we go. Shard number 5 at how much KC? 293 KC for 5 shards. That is actually insane. I don't even know what to do with the 5th one there. I only had the plan to make 1 tier 100 for each style. So now this is above and beyond what I wanted. And I'm still not even 300 KC. With the crazy luck I've had so far, maybe I'll even get a 6th and final one by the time I get 300. And that'll be enough for all tier 95s. Listen, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Not recording has worked out so well for the last 2 that I did it again, and I think it's the secret. Just don't record when you see the Soulfire, search at the chest directly, and just click it, and you'll get a shard of Genesis. Let's see the KC. That is 297 KC, only 4 kills after the last Genesis. That's I mean, I don't have many words for that. That's actually just insanity with the luck. My main walked so my iron can run. That is very true. Oof, 10 billion in the chest. How many times are you going to see something like that when playing this game? Definitely not many. That's also going to be every tier 95 sorted for myself until tier 95 range dual wields come out. But at this point, I think I'm done. I'll round out the 300 kills. And no way I can expect to get one more shard. But I think I'll be done after 300 kills. I can't think of any logical reason not to get back to the Golden Reaper chase. Alright, now the fun part. I get to claim all my loot from the chest and augment my new gear and even upgrade everything to tier 100 that I already have. I don't have any of the other tier 100s, or tier 95s rather. I'll bank all the moonstones. I'll take the pages. Bank the runes for sure. Take the salvage, all that is alkables. Onyx bolts. Crafting stuff there. This is like 800k XP worth of water orbs here. And about another million XP worth of molten glass if I ever were to use all that up. Let's go ahead and bank all these things. Got some more alkables in the staffs here and the onyx dust. And this looks like about 15 million summoning XP worth of water tallies. So that's very nice. Bunch of cannonballs. Wood spirits. 10k ghostly essence. And then I think everything else I'll just leave in here for now. I guess I'll bank these actually. These are cool. That way I'll save myself 5 bank slots, so that's pretty good. And let's do the fun part. Tier 100 Fasoa. Very big. Take a picture of that. Tier 100 magic dual wields as well. Very cool. Now that the title is finished, let me update my sheet. It's been a while since I've updated this sheet. I did finally add in Sanctum of Rebirth to the bottom. Probably not going to keep it in alphabetical order anymore, just going to keep it with the order of boss release. It's a lot easier that way. Anyway, this is going to be super satisfying. Let's get to checking off all these check marks. The wand, the orb, the shard, the book, the divine rage, the lore books, and finally the pet. One more green log completed puts me at 94.4% towards my second Golden Reaper. Only 15 items to go. Yeah, we are knocking at the door of this goal. This grind turned out far better than I ever could have hoped. I was incredibly lucky on Genesis shards, receiving twice as many of them as I did weapons, and funny enough, twice as many shards as my main account. If we include my main account's kill count, then I was exactly on rate for obtaining 9 shards total. But the luck strongly favored my Ironman account, and to be honest, I'm extremely happy with that. Now I'm all set to make every tier 95 that exists in the game currently into a tier 100. I think I will end up doing that and skip out on making a Masterwork 2H sword altogether. For one thing, I'm not 110 smithing yet, and for another, it has no special effect. I think when I do move on to Zuck, I'll be able to complete a sword far quicker than I would be able to make a Masterwork sword from scratch. If and when tier 95 range dual wields come into the game, I think I'll be highly motivated to grind for a single one and done shard. But who knows, maybe they even release range dual wields as a tier 100 right away, and I won't even have to go back for another shard. Now that I've finished this title for the second time, it's time for me to plan my next steps with Golden Reaper. Before Sanctum came out, I was working towards improving my range gear by doing Vorkath, then ED1 for scales, and then possibly Zamorak for a Bow of the Last Guardian. until something else strikes my fancy, I think that's going to be my best order of operations right now. Finishing best in slot ranged will make my cleanup bosses like QBD a total breeze, and will probably also be extremely fun to use at Virago, which, as you can imagine, is probably going to make up the bulk of my remaining GReaper grind. If you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it with a friend and leaving me a comment on what you think my next step should be in chasing GReaper. Subscribe to see all my future content. 3/4 of my viewers are not even subscribed. Special thank you to my channel members who watched this video early, and thank you to everyone who watches and supports my videos. See you next time.